So I will actually, just for making it easier, pop it there. Yay. So I'm Deneen. This is my teenager Vic, who is also my cameraman. Long time fan. One of the big questions I wanted to ask you guys is, what has the experience been like while making this game that has become such an amazing cult classic off of an 80s movie?
It's been wild. Yeah, I mean the history of this franchise is so interesting because I mean you have a bunch of guys that made a game or made a movie. It's they put it out in '88. I was 12 and I saw it and it really messed with me pretty badly, and it stuck with me for many years. And we were working on Ghostbusters at the time, and the game got announced, and we were at Gamescom, and we met the devs TerraVision, and through just like, hey, killer clowns, and he saw the Illuphonic shirt, and we became friends, and we literally just connected, and they said, hey, we're fans of your games, can you check it out? And we're like, yeah, let's check it out and play it. And all of these connections started happening, and then X months later, through a lot of really crazy circumstances, we ended up becoming the publisher and co-dev, and it was just like, oh, okay, like we're doing this. But the wild part that I keep on thinking of is like, if it was any other IP, if it was any other horror thing, I would have probably not had been interested, because we've done so many. We've done like every single time you see any of our games, we change the formula, and we have to do something different. Like if I'm coming into work every day and putting the amount of hours in, and it's the same shit, different monster, that doesn't matter to me. So when we saw Clowns, it's like, this is insane, and it's like one of those things where it's like, it really struck me as a kid. It struck a lot of chords, and so we ended up becoming the co-dev and publisher of it. And man, it's been wild. It's been really wild. I mean, it's such a strange story, because normally we spend a year or two talking about terms and doing X, Y, and Z, and with this, it was just like, boom, here you go. And then within the first month, we've got the Kyoto brothers, and we're talking to them, versus like, hey, here's some ideas, and we throw it over the fence, and then someone comes back and like, oh, well, we don't want this and this and this, but we're talking directly to them. And honestly, they've been adding so much to it.
I was going to say, it's
really fun.
It's going to be so awesome to be able to work directly with the creators.
Yeah.
To be able to make this happen. How does it feel, like, from '88 to now have this game coming out and basically just platforming a whole new generation for this cult classic to just continue on?
We've been exposing generations, like 4 generations, to Killer Clown with the videos and the streaming and DVDs and the VHSs and the Halloween haunts and the licensing and merchandising. So it's been really good, for that sort of state in the public eye. The fact that our biggest worry was that we would get someone who didn't get it, wasn't on board with it, that they wanted to, and it's happened to a lot of people before. Oh, we like this idea, but we're going to change it and do something different with it, because that's 1988, that's old stuff. And we kept saying to people, when they said wanted to change, turn it into a hard R, we said, no. Look at the audience you have, you'll lose that. They wanted to do it with the Juggalos. Oh, let's have the clowns at the Insane Clown Posse rave. And we said, no. So that's what we were afraid of. When TerraVision started working with it, they got it. When Phonics got involved with it, they got it. All their stuff. They didn't go out here and say, oh, let's do this. They were, they were here. And we said, perfect, let's do this. Just don't make them human. skeletons. They had, anatomical skeletons of the clown. They changed the proportion a little bit. The makeup, the tendencies to go symmetrical. They'll throw the eye off a little bit, and they don't have to be exactly the same. They're a little tweaked. We even made the smile sometimes a little crooked and stuff, to do it. And they got it. So the worst thing to do in a collaboration is have someone say, well, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Then that's the nightmare of creative. It's great when you work with people who have the same and share the vision and can raise the bar on the vision. Because, visually, I told Jordan, visually, what you guys have done is you set the bar higher for us to do any, remake on it. We got away with it in the 60s, on a low budget. Now you've set the bar that we have to do something real kick-ass, which means, and you've also said it was the thing that someone will invest in it because they can see the vision now, the potential of it. We had people saying no to us and everything. When the main titles were shot bad, I said, what's it going to cost? $300? I'll pay for it. No, we're not going to do it again. That's the kind of stuff we were dealing with in 1988. But so we're really excited about the possibilities. All the ideas are great. The new ideas that you guys have open up, ideas. Give us ideas. And now the possibilities, the stuff that we said we can't do, you guys are allowing us. We can do that. So it's a very exciting thing. It's a dream come true for creative and for the brothers and I, for people that have something that they've been waiting 35 years, to happen, and it's happening. So yeah, it's a really exciting thing.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Like, I remember being a kid growing up with it. Now I have kids who are growing up with it, and like my teenager, I have a 10-year-old who absolutely loves the movie. Like, literally, I'll walk into his room, he'll be passed out, and it'll just be the opening track of the DVD playing over and over on his TV. And he's getting into video games, so it's literally creating a whole new generation to absolutely admire such an amazing cult classic. And I'm sure you can tell that this movie has definitely inspired a lot of my life, as well as my career choices, working at a haunted house, being a clown house manager and makeup artist. Like, I got so excited seeing this, and I'm sure a lot of people in my position as well were super excited about seeing this. And you're right, they shouldn't be humanoid. That's very much not what they ever were, so I'm really happy that you guys kept that intact. And I love that this is happening. What do you think is there more moving forward with it? Okay, I was going to say no details, because I love a good surprise.
Like, if you look at our past games, like, I mean, we've made 4 asymmetricals. Most studios might have made 1, and this is like, we came on with TerraVision, and we came in and we brought years of not only experience and development and theory and just like, these are the things that worked, but we brought in technology. Like, if you look at any of the major games, it's the first game's good, second game's better, third game's great, and we're not making the same game over and over again, but all of our back end, all of our matchmaking, all of those things get better and better and better with each game. So it's not only that, but it's just like, Jordan and I worked together for 6 years, and it's not just the design team, it's all of the engineers, it's all of the artists. Like, the thing about IllFonic that I'm really proud of, it's the same people working, collaborating, and we know how, like, what we're good at, what we need to better, and the great part is, like, each game we take those to heart. Like, it's our creations. It's like, the Kyoto's, each film that they do, they step up a certain level of different things, and so for us, it's like, Clowns is I mean, yeah, we haven't been on it for years and years and years, and it's a collaboration with TerraVision and the Kyotos, but like, we got on, and it's like, holy shit, these clowns are amazing. Like, they like hit such a crazy bar, and there's all of these elements where it's like, hey, let's do this and let's do that, but then let's throw all of these systems in. And so it is one of those amalgamations, and it's kind of like I keep on saying it's like it's our greatest hits. You know, if you liked X, Y, and Z, like you're gonna love Clowns.
Yeah.
And so I do think that we have found these elements that resonate with people over and over again. Where it's like, you know, Clowns for us, it's like you don't have to be in a hardcore mindset. Like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna just go hard and I'm gonna get sweaty about it. But like, it's that kind of weird Zen theory where it's like you don't know what you have until you have it, and then whether or not you want it. But then also the big thing that I heard some people really freaking out about is like, if you die or you succeed, most games you all tab out and you find another game. But now you get to be the guardian angel, or you get to build your pockets up. And if you die as a human, you're able to like play these mini games and you're entertained, you're doing these things, and you're able to help even though you're out of play. And I haven't seen a single game do it yet. I mean, there could be some sort of edge case or something, but like what we're doing in the asymmetrical space is when you succeed or when you die, everyone looks for another game. You don't wait for the game to end, you just move on.
Yeah.
And so this is actually, you're doing progressive things that's completely changing that. And I do think that it adds a little bit of a layer of not getting as hardcore, and that's the great part about Clowns is like there's a lot of really hard R, just brutal, like it's you're like, you get done, you're like, oh god, that was gnarly. But
yeah.
Clowns is, you know, it's like cotton candy violence. It's this thing where it's like this levity that makes it so you're not just getting like, oh man, I'm just sweating from the stress. You have those absurd moments, and you have those moments where like, I'm a clown and I'm getting this guy, and you get him, it's like, okay, cool, but now I do a clowntality and then I'm doing this absurd thing.
Yeah.
And that's funny and fun, but as a human, I love playing just because I get those scenarios where it's like, you know, something crazy happens.
Yeah, I think we have to be so conscious about, like, from a game development standpoint, we have to be so conscious about our audience, and especially when it comes to combining with some original source material of something that's so beloved. Like, it has to hit on that level, but it also has to appeal to, like, we want to bring more people in. Like, part of this is leveraging the existing fan base and like making sure they understand that we get it and that we want to make this fun experience, but then also like, hey, by the way, like, asymmetrical games are something that a lot of people haven't actually tried before, and like, this is a perfect opportunity to combine that and show them what we can do from a gameplay perspective, as well as just like, this is the film it's based off of. Like, check out this creativity that has lasted for more years than most people have been alive. So it's pretty incredible. It's a fun experience to be in this
Happen. You know, there's a synchronicity. In Ninja Turtles, all the pieces came together. They had interesting characters. The toy company was on board. The artists were on board. And they created, you know, a thing that's still with us today. It's gone through so many different incarnations. It took us a little longer. We were missing elements with the other people. So it was just us pushing it, but no one else was on board. MGM for the longest time, whoever was at MGM heard all our pitches, and if you saw the artwork that we gave them, you would have said, what were they thinking? Well, we had Road Warriors. Actually, it was Fast and Furious with the Clowns.
Oh god.
Analogy. You know, I said, we're on 7 Fast and Furiouses at the time. I says, now look at this. I had clowns in a car with bazookas that shoot midgets, and they bang you on the head with a mallet. You know, so there's stuff like that. I said, no one's doing that. The Fast and Furious are great. They just do the same thing with different vehicles. You know, I said, but nobody wants to do something different, something original. They don't want to put the money into it. So the synchronicity took a little while, but you get the right people, and look what's happening. The Killer Clowns is exploding because people in the toy industry see it, the people in wardrobe see it, jewelers are putting out rings now and jewelry. It just like it's an amazing thing that everyone sees the value of it, and they're all making it happen. You know, and we're just
look, more Kyoto Brothers showed up.
Hello, gentlemen.
Spawn. I just got killed. It was nasty. Two clouds ganged up on me, and I was crawling away.
Oh,
Just
no.
crawling. I was looking for energy bars or ice cream or something. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't get my energy
Man,
bar.
oh,
Don't look for
man.
mercy from the clown.
He's right. I can't even say he's wrong. Now I can ask you gentlemen. One
I'm
of the
leaving this open. Keep going, but I'm gonna have to kick you out shortly.
Oh God. All right, then I'll ask this question of you guys that I had asked. So, how does it feel that this many years post movie to have this game come out or be coming out that is going to inspire a whole new generation of fans to join the cult for this cult classic?
That's it exactly. I think it's great. I wondered why. Why now? All of a sudden, it's been around for the longest time. And I'm thinking maybe social media. The fact that there's a way for people to communicate their likes, the things that they really like, amongst their friends. And I think that's what kind of helped us get to this point. That made it look like it's a valuable, not just a cult film, but a pop culture icon.
Absolutely.
And that brought in Ilphonics and TerraVision to kind of think, hey, let's do a game. That's what really helped us.
Yeah, and then obviously the surge of consumer products, licensing, merchandising, the shirts, the T-shirts, the figurines. It's so now people can not only look at the things that they love from the movie, they can wear it, they can play it, and so it's just then the technology and the evolution of the gameplay. The 3x7 is really perfect for this experience.
I don't know if an elementary school kid is going to be allowed to take a Leatherface chainsaw massacre lunchbox to the school, but that's okay. I remember Bob Shea from New Line Cinema, after we made Killer Clowns, he thought that horror and comedy didn't work.
Yeah.
And I think he was wrong. And I think it took a while before even Freddy was saying little one-liners at the end of a kill. So they were creeping in there, but they didn't have the confidence to make the entire film juxtapose the horror and the comedy back and forth in the manner that we did.
There was always a trepidation of leaning into the comedy. We broke that barrier down with the monster being just so on its face value comical clowns.
But then the actors played it straight. They played it absolutely straight in
We had
a
to force
50s
them.
sci-fi methodology. So that was the contrast.
Sometimes we had to remind them, like, oh, you're supposed to be scared. And they go, I can't be afraid of it. The act, you have
So
to act.
great.
And that's that's the thing that they I lost my train of thought. Just staying on what we could have easily made it a parody. We had to avoid that. We did throw in,
Yeah, the only wink at the camera is one of our bad background actors who looks at the camera.
It wasn't Killer Tomatoes.
exactly.
Or the
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger,
Yes,
yeah.
some people say that the Terenzi brothers. Now, we put the Terenzi brothers in because they were characters that we wanted to be out of the reality. They were so focused on hooking up with girls that an alien, the absurdity of an alien. These guys were more concerned with getting laid.
They tried to
than
hook up with the
aliens
alien.
killing people. Yeah, and they wound up.
They're like the Marx Brothers. You have a real movie,
Yeah.
then you got the Marx Brothers in that movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was comedy relief in our sci-fi comedy.
No, Grant had to, Mike Tobacco had to explain to him, guys, there's clowns killing people. He goes, well, we haven't sold that much ice cream. I guess we'll do. It's like they're out of it. And
Yeah.
They see these ugly things, and he goes, are you Debbie's roommate? we did that. We wrote that specifically because these guys, and we knew friends that were that obsessed that it's a possibility. There are people that are just so out of the reality of things. So it was just it was a little over the top, but it was based on characters that we knew.
I was gonna say, I feel like everybody knows somebody that is like the Terenzi brothers.
Yeah.
I can think of like 3 in my life right now that are basically the Terenzi brothers.
I'm going to be seeing them this coming week.
Well, I was gonna say,
Oh, really?
you could definitely.
I like Tobacco, who I haven't seen in like 40 years.
years.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It's
That's
a real
awesome.
money back.
That's actually perfect timing. You can let them know that you met a teenager who loves the movie and they are their favorite characters. They love the Terenzi brothers. But it was an absolute honor to talk to you guys. I am so thrilled about the game. In the rounds that I played as both clown and human, I'm happy to say that I was the only clown with a kill and the only human that escaped. So
Nice.
clearly I'm definitely going to
That's awesome.
nail this game, and I can't wait to see
That's great.
the more that comes out of this. I'm so pumped, and thank you for your time, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
I can't
Man,
wait.
you got the like sneak peek of the panel tomorrow, so you gotta
I'm
be showing up for that.
So, oh, absolutely. I'm
yeah.
so excited.
Trying
Thank
to
you,
just
guys.
Be taking shots of whiskey the entire time. It's just gonna disassemble.
All right, so don't post any spoilers from that. Got it.
I just
I-
let us know what you can't say.
No, we're saying everything.
I was gonna
Going
say,
hard.
shock collars on my friends usually work for that type of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's we're gonna go wild.
Oh, God.
Anything you can say. You can't. I don't think there's anything we can do that will stop the momentum. Unless
No.
somebody comes out and says, "I own the Killer Clowns from Outer Space," Moshe Diamond sold it to me, and MGM doesn't have the rights anymore. What? What? That would be only something like that.
We got a clean slate. Oh, I could say something in the panel that'll stop it. I'll tell you that much, but I'm not.
Uh-oh. It's like, am I an accessory at this point? Oh no. Well, thank you very
Well,
much,
thank you so
guys.
much.
We're looking
Yeah,
forward
yeah,
to the
yeah.
panel, and I already have the game pre-ordered. Like,
that's
absolutely
great.
already have it
That's great.
pre-ordered.
Excited for it to come out.
Thank
So,
you, guys.
that's great.
Well, enjoy the rest of the con, and we'll be swinging back by for my teenager to play tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.